What's happening, y'all? I got an email from Tay Lawson. And Mr. Tay Lawson says, what is your opinion on dating women with a child or baggage? Do you feel that is too much baby mama drama involved or what? I've dated women with children, but my mother raised all sorts of hell no about it. What is your opinion? Well, lucky for you, Tay. Because that's my Bruce Lee finger right there. Magnus, that's the answer. What do I think about women with children? Well, I think that women with children are not a problem, although they could be a problem. But I think you need to be a little bit more selective when you're selecting a woman with children. Personally, to me, this is how I look at things, okay? I'm not really trying to give you a little advice on dating women with children, but this is how I go about dating women with children. I've dated 2 women with children, and I've considered one woman with a child that I considered dating. Tell you about that. Okay, so out of the 2 women that I dated with children, one had 2 little girls, sweetest things, little angels. One had a little boy, bad as fuck. You know, when you're looking at that, now both of them, the fathers weren't in the lives. So it wasn't any baby mama drama really because, or at least baby daddy drama, because the father wasn't in the life, so I didn't have to deal with that shit. My kids ain't gonna be calling you daddy and none of that shit. You know what I mean? I have to deal with none of that. One left because the man was beating her ass, and the man was in jail for dealing drugs. So he wasn't getting out for a long time. So, but my whole thing was when I look at women with children, I look at how well behaved their children are. Because I think that shows their parenting skills, their nurturing skills, the capacity of that woman to be a good mother. For me, I don't see any problem with dating a woman with children, but you got to look at these things. This is the way I see it. You got to look at how their children behave. If their children are well-mannered, if they're clean, well-behaved, all that stuff, smart children too. You can tell that they're educating them properly. I can deal with that. I like that. Also, I look for a woman that if she has children, she's not looking for help. I realize it's hard out there, but I look like a woman that is self-sufficient. The one woman that I considered dating, she was sufficient. She did everything on her own. She was in college. She was going, she was working really hard. And she didn't want help from nobody. She was very independent, but not too independent. That's what I liked about her. She was really cool like that. So. And her, child was good, well-behaved, cute little, kid, and, so I had no problem with that. So, yes, that woman has to be self-sufficient. A lot of women, it's hard out there, I understand, but there's women out there doing it. There's women out there doing it. Shit, my mom did. She raised 2 boys by herself. So, I really don't want to hear it, you know what I mean? Besides those 2 factors with me, not much else matters to me. Everything else falls in line with everything else that pertains to a woman. Does she have a good sense of humor? Does she take care of herself? You know what I'm saying? Is she clean? Is she educated? Is she going places? Is she motivated? All of these things are going to fall into line. It just comes with the kids. I'm looking at, are the kids good children? Is she looking for help, and is the father in their life? Especially if those 3 things. If the father's a dick and he's one of them troublemaking motherfuckers, it may not be worth it, but it could be worth it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's not really around that much. But sometimes you'll meet. I haven't dated any women like this, but you'll date a woman who has children and the father's in the life, but the father is stellar. He's just a perfect father. They're just not together. So you ain't even got to worry about raising them kids on your own. It's just you. You got what I'm saying? It's you and her. And you maybe have your own kids together. But you know how it is. When you get with a woman with children, you look at those children as eventually becoming yours. You know what I mean? And you gotta definitely take that into factor. Like, I could have definitely raised those two little girls that that one girl had. You know, they were good girls. I had no problem with that. That little menace that other girl had, he's gonna go to jail real soon. He's good, man. She beats him. She does all this stuff, all these different types. He's been to counseling, all this shit. She can't do nothing with him. Little bad motherfucker, just like his fucking pop. So, I can't date a woman with bad kids. I can't, because the kids gonna be in our lives for the rest of my life. And, you know what I mean? And, you know, you always say, oh, till they're 18, then you get kicked for it. Nah, that don't mean nothing. You ain't kicking them out at 18, especially if she want them to stay. You know, then you're arguing this and that. You know, if that's her child and y'all paying a mortgage together, you may not have a say in her son staying with y'all until he's 35. I'm not dealing with that. I'd rather, if I'm gonna deal with a child that's a loss, I'd rather deal with my own child that's a loss. You know what I'm saying? And I don't plan on raising no losers. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on baby mamas. I mean, girls with children. As long as they got their head on straight, they ain't got no crazy daddy drama, they are self-sufficient, and they ain't got no bad kids, I'm fine with it. So that's my view on women with children. Talk to you later, man.